Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody is having an absolutely fantastic Friday afternoon. So, I am absolutely buggered, and I was hoping to get to stage 3, but I'd say we're at stage 2.5 ish. So, we have worked out the idea on how to brace it. So, originally, I was going to use the 165 centimetre post to square off the 3x3 metre pad, and then I was going to use the 2.1 metre post to square off in the middle and do an A-frame with the tarp set up, and then I was going to throw a camo over it, but unfortunately the camo netting is around about 600 bucks AU, which is a little bit out of my price range. So we have just what I like to call here in Australia, I've used my redneck ingenuity. So, in terms of the bracing, unfortunately I forgot my wire cutters, so we've just had to rope it off just temporarily. But I do have roller wire there, and I will be tying that off properly tomorrow, and I will be ordering some Rio bar. So I do have two more 165 centimetre posts, which I'm going to square off either side of the tarp, and then I'm going to use some Y12 or Y16 to run straight across and straight across the back. Then I will be pulling the tarp off the main post, pull it out here, use it as an A-frame. And same thing again, I'll get 245 50 centimetre star pickets, peg them down and down, so that way I've got a secure footing, because tent poles are just not really that crash hot, because here in Australia, when it gets windy, these motherfuckers are what I like to call widow makers. So I'd like to have a bit of structural ingenuity. But anyway, we've got the dog bed now. I brought over me foam enforcing work mat. We have a beautifully fitting welcome mat. Home is where we park it. All the way. Another little mat, anyway. We brought over a couple of other bits and pieces. So we got the food, we got the fire cookers, we got the kettle, we've got this little piece of ingenuity. That little bad boy right there is great, because this is what I like to use it with. She needs a good clean up. She'll be getting a bit of fire very shortly. New fire bucket. I've got the other 165 centimetre post that I'm going to stick right there. So tomorrow I will be picking up some shade cloth. I'm going to run the shade cloth on each side. Or this side, this is as far as it goes on this side, because this is the walk-in, that's the front entrance. And then I'll bang the other staff picket in there, and then I'll run the shade cloth all the way through there. And then I'm going to get some bamboo shading, and then I'll throw that on the outside as well. Same thing from that little section through. And then I have, the only real abundance of resource I have is this stuff. So I'm going to use that. I've got a bunch of 15-pound fishing line. So the idea will be is, now that I've got that braced off, we'll wire it all through, run the staff pickets, we'll run the Rio. It's pretty structural then. I've got some tie rope. I'll be running the tie rope, weaving it all through the eyelets with the Rio. So it gives me some structural integrity in case one of these branches comes down. And yes, it'll still poke through. But at least if the big branch sort of comes down, she'll lay on the bar, she'll lay on a bit of Rio, and me laying down there having a nice little cozy sleep mightn't be crushed while dreaming. So, we are getting there. And as for the kitchen table, I've decided I am going to get rid of the other table I got, because it's got a sink one side and then it's got a table one side, and it's more of like a caravan park table. So this one's more compact, it folds up into a flat pack, and the table I got, it's pure white, and it's really not stealth camouflage. I tried to pick up some paint in town today, but nothing is camo paint. So we've got the axe, we've got the broom, so we can do our little camp cleanup. As you can see, she's looking pretty snazzy. And then tomorrow, so I still need to get rid of all this grass here, and I've got rid of most of the leaf litter all through there, and there was a lot. But I want to take a 1/2 metre perimeter all the way through there. 1/2 metre perimeter all the way through there. And then I want a 1/2 metre perimeter all the way through there again. And I'll call that the fire break